Hello. It's Minecraft. I'm in creative mode. Too many intros, one might say. Okay. So, this is a big, complicated, and expensive build, so I wanted to make sure I had it right. So I've been prototyping it in creative mode. There's still more changes to be made, and I've now added color-coded wiring so that I can explain it better. So normally, what I gotta do is if I want to make a stack of concrete, let's say white concrete, then normally that means I have to let's just find a nice little spot to demonstrate what has to be done. This will work fine. So normally I have to offhand my concrete powder, and I have to break place, which is fine. Like, it doesn't take long to mine a single block of concrete, but I need stacks and stacks of the stuff. So this process right here, we're almost halfway through a single stack now. So that takes a while. It's like, it's just long enough to be annoying. However, what if instead of having to break the concrete, what if I only had to place it? I know, right? Minecraft Sunday. Like, if I didn't have to do the breaking stuff, this would be significantly faster. That's bop 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 is the speed versus the speed of bop 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 bop. It takes a while. So that is what this is going to do. So I've measured it out so that it just fits. I'm trying to fit it inclusively within a 16 by 16 square footprint, since my base is going to be on that grid. I have to kind of like use some of the walls a little bit on this edge here to make it all fit snugly, but it's still good. Like, I would love for it to be within 14 by 14 and have the outer ring be just wall. That's not quite going to happen, and that's okay. Oh, wait, is it? I don't remember now. Whatever. The point is, this is a machine that all I have to do is place the concrete powder. It will convert it into concrete. And then, more importantly, it will then blow up that concrete so that it can be collected. So here's the general idea. Here's what we're looking at here. Let's get rid of this stuff. So the idea is, here, first I'm going to turn off the explosion. And I've also got a command block set up that will automatically do the placing for me. So normally, right here, I would be continuously placing concrete powder, but the command block is going to refill it for me so that we don't have to. All right, let's see what happens. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So here's what happens when I'm spamming when I'm just holding right click over here while the system is active. Every so often, at a very particularly timed rate, pistons will push the concrete over, where there's some waterlogged stairs in here that the concrete runs over, so that turns it into concrete block. Once it fills a full 12 block stack here, it cannot push down any further. So it goes over to the next side. And there we go. The system is now full. That is what it looks like when it's just creating the concrete. And then there's the collection. When I flip this lever, that turns collection mode on. Normally that will be on the whole time. Like you have to be standing here and collection mode has to be active. And that just blows that up. And then the system begins anew. And then here comes another TNT. Boom. Just like that. And that's just going to continue indefinitely right now. Well, for the next, like, 3 more minutes or so. All right. So that's the basic idea. And then the concrete gets swept into the middle, where it goes into this pipe. There's a bubble column up here, and that sweeps it into a hopper, and that puts it in a chest. As it turns out, the system runs faster than hopper speed, so I'm going to need to rework this part a bit because there's actually too much concrete for a hopper line to keep up. Like when this thing is running at full speed, the amount that's blown up here, that is faster than a hopper can keep up, which is perfect. I love that. So let's look at some of the wiring here. So orange line is the I am currently standing here line. This is, am I running the system right now? If so, the orange line is active, which causes this red circuit to be complete. Also, we're gonna get rid of this mess. This is not efficient enough, and I can think of some better ways we can do it. So we're gonna drop this for now. That was my concrete providing system, which did not work. So we're gonna work on that. Okay, so the red system is just a clock. That is all it is. It is just a clock. Kind of. There we go. I'm using observers. I originally had a hopper clock like this, but fine tuning it was too difficult. Like the granularity of a hopper clock is not enough for what I needed. So instead, I'm using this observer clock, which is much more precise. Now, the nice thing about this is if I'm no longer standing on that, I remove this block, which cuts the line, and then re-adding it kicks it off again because of the observer pattern. Like, because this observer is getting pushed up, that starts a one-tick signal that begins circling around. So every time that red line makes one loop, that kicks off the green line, which we actually don't need this part anymore, but whatever. We're working on the dispenser stuff. But the green line is push, push, push. That's to push the concrete into the system here. Additionally, the green line 2 ticks later kicks off the light blue line. Light blue line is the downward pistons. Now, originally, these traded off. Like, first one would go down, then the other would go down, then one would go down, then the other would go down. It's not doing that right now, and I'm not sure if I want to go back to that system or not. It's possible we could just use a flip-flop circuit so that, like, the first time the signal comes in, it triggers this half, and then the second time the signal comes in, it triggers this half. Right now, because the main timing works out just so, because I'm trying to maximize TNT efficiency here, both lanes are full anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference at this point. We may change that a bit. Yellow line is the system is full and ready to actually begin collection. The idea is I want to have TNT turned off when I'm initially loading the system because I don't want to waste TNT. Once the system is fully loaded with concrete, then I will turn on TNT mode with this lever. So the lever is yellow. One thing to note is that the yellow line is cut if the orange line is off. That is to say, the yellow clock gets stopped when I'm no longer placing concrete. So the yellow is the cutoff for this green hopper clock. A hopper clock is a very nice configurable way. Could you use an observer to send a redstone signal to the TNT when the second line is full? Yes, but it turns out that it is very, like, TNT is, I guess it's not a huge surprise, but it's a little inconsistent sometimes with its directions and explosions. So putting TNT over here, let's say I put a TNT on this very last one, there's a very good chance it's going to blow up. But the thing is, I want it to fire when, like, this one up here is triggered. Like, because let's see. Let me show you when. Let me tell you when. TNT goes now. Okay, that was a bad example. The system was a little bit overfull on that one. But the point is, the TNT, it takes a while to actually get down, and I don't want to be sitting here waiting while the system is clogged up. What's up? I'm not seeing anything on the monitor, but I'll keep an ear out. Basically, it's just the inconsistencies of it is the problem. Also, speaking of inconsistencies, isn't that just perfect? So sometimes this gets smacked. So this is a hopper clock, an Ethonian hopper clock. So the idea is that hoppers do not work when they have a redstone signal. So these comparators detect, hey, is there anything in the hopper? So right now, as soon as this hopper empties out, this turns off, which means that this piston retracts, pulling the redstone block to it. Whereas this one, it pushes because, well, this has stuff in it. And the redstone block provides a redstone signal, stopping the hopper under it from spitting out items. Which means that, like, normally these would be trying to push items, like, immediately back and forth to one another. But because of the redstone above it, it's saying, nope, nope, nope. Okay, now you can push items. And this one is now saying, I can't push items because I have a redstone signal. And then, boom, as soon as this one is over, then it's like, okay, now I can push it. Really nice thing about these clocks is you can tweak the timing just by adding one more item or one less item to the hopper contents. So very cool. So current issues with the clock that I need to address. One is, originally I had like a convoluted setup up here with like honey blocks and like just the right amount of water stream and stuff so that this TNT would flow just far enough and explode right around here. And it turns out I originally didn't want to do obsidian because I was worried like, oh, the obsidian is somehow going to block the explosion, but no, not really an issue. Actually, I wonder what happens if I do this. Ah, see, that's what I don't want. Because the concrete could land on top of these like this, and unless this catches up in time, the subsequent explosion could destroy the blocks, and we don't want that. So we will have it right here. But because we have switched over to using obsidian here instead of like the honey block system, we actually don't even need we don't even need like the water system here anymore. We just can drop it straight down. So we can just do like this, and then I wonder if I don't think the glass would get hit here. Actually, I don't even think this would get hit here. So let's get another wool color here. This will be the purple line. There we go. So once this clock ticks, Clock is not ticking at all right now because I broke something. Because the pressure plate isn't being held anymore. There we go. 5-minute delay on those items disappearing. Okay. Here we go. Let's see if that glass is... That seems okay. I think that's fine. Okay, that's cleaner. I like that a lot better. I may even just for looks, maybe put something like that. I don't know. Can we get something a little bit even cleaner looking? What is the default state of a iron trapdoor? Is it up and down or horizontal? It is in fact horizontal, so no go. Wooden is fine then. I've been using crimson. Okay, so the reason for the glass is because let's make sure the redstone signal doesn't affect this. That did look like it. Did that flicker? I'm gonna watch it again. Did. Okay, that's okay. I don't actually need this. It's really just the bottom ones that I need. That looks fine, honestly. Let's do that. Let's go full purple. Yeah, that looks great. That's much cleaner than the water system. And especially, like, I was going, like, this is my test chamber over here where I was testing, like, okay, water and powdered snow slows it down a lot as it falls. Cobwebs slow it down to almost a stop. That was never going to work because it was always going to explode before it left the cobweb. Lava does not seem to do much at all if the TNT is dropping vertically, but horizontally it does slow it down a lot. But like ice underneath does not do anything additional. Soul Sand does slow it down more. Unless it's the first block and the TNT is dropping from above. I don't know exactly what was going on there. But all that was in the pursuit of getting it to blow up near the bottom, where turns out it's much easier just to land it on some obsidian. The trapdoor there is just to prevent the water from being there, so that it doesn't like somehow magically float or something. I just wanted to make sure that everything would be clear there. I might need to speed up this TNT clock just ever so slow. Well, I'd rather just get full efficiency out of it. There's the line going up. I might do full crimson trapdoors just because that looks cool. We'll see. Nothing underneath, really. It's just the piping. Okay, so the next issue is... Oh, geez, this is really filling up. Oh, geez. I guess the system is just running forever, so that's going to happen. So the next thing I need to program into this system is I walk in, I come into the base and it's like, all right, I've got my 3 shulker boxes full of concrete powder ready to go. I've been collecting sand and gravel and I've got my dyes. I crafted them all together. I've got them ready to go. I come over here to the system. I am not going to plop the shulker box down and just, I'm not just going to grab my powder and get to work. That's not going to work. We're not doing that. Because once I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to sit back and I'm going to hold right click until my inventory no longer has anything in it. But that's going to end at 64 blocks. I'm going to run out of stuff. We don't want that. I could just have my full hotbar, but then I have to monitor it and be ready to switch items, go back into my inventory to grab the next thing. No. We're not doing that. We're going to drop it. We're going to drop every time I place 5, I'm going to dispense. Actually, I guess a dropper makes more sense there, doesn't it? I'm going to drop an additional 5 Oop, not like that. An additional 5 concrete powder into this water stream that is going to land right behind me. Which is perfect. That's just what I want. So, here's my next problem. Is I want to evenly distribute that. And we're going beyond hopper speed here. I think we're going faster than double hopper speed. So because of that, I can't just have like a single large chest. I can't just do like a binary split because I've got 5 instead of 4. However, what I could do is do one of those fancy fancy ways that Germdove does his kelp farm, where he does a 6-way split with a boat chest. So allegedly this, okay, I have to shift click. That is going down by 5. All right, and there we go. Let's see what that winds up with. So we should have a total of 64, 12, or 13 in each one. 12, 13, 13, 13, 13. That's good. That works. Now, ideally, here's the problem here is I want this to be like my entrance right here. As I come in, you know, I deal with whatever chest stuff, and then I get to work. But here, I'd have to like climb a maintenance ladder to fill it up. Is there some way we can like move this into position? Here's a question about these. Let's do some tests over here. I mean, I guess first question is, does this work? Oops. Yes, that works. Does it work? What speed does it work at? This is probably working at normal hopper speed. Yeah, normal hopper speed, because the hopper is the one that's depositing the item. What if, against all odds, I don't see this working, but I have to know. Like, there's no way, right? Exactly what I wanted. No. No. Okay. Hopper minecarts do not push items, though. They pull items. Oh, well, here's an idea, though. Would this work? Like, if I had a hopper minecart, like, right here. Can I trick this into... Okay, that does do a four-way item split there. That's pretty fast. Now, what's the hitbox on that look like? Is it exactly a tile? Oh, it looks pretty close to it. That looks just smaller than a tile. But what if it was, like, diagonal a bit? Really? That's not gonna, it doesn't twist at all. So maximum 4 hoppers out. Oh. Although, that said... No, it's the splitting I really wanted to simplify, honestly. It's like, that's cool. Because this is fast enough that you could do like this. Like, right now there's nothing in here, right? Yeah, but check this out. No. Interesting. So it has to be on tracks for this to work? I guess so. Oop. Nope. Where did I lost it? Oh. Done. Instantly just slurped up. Turtle. We all believe you deep down. If it was 4, this would be very doable. Slurped on up. Okay, what's the speed I need to... Hang on, what's the speed I actually need to do this at? That's slower than hopper speed, but I would like it to be divvied up to 5. You know? Oh, alarm. That's for you, Hovercat. Season pass.
I was like, I have no idea what it's for.
Theranos Curse. I don't know how... Germdove is, like, at a ridiculous number of tokens. But it's not from quests. Overall, it looks like Germdove has actually lost points on quests. Got some dirt in it. That could break it a little bit, maybe. Well, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows for sure? To be fair, it wasn't a very good sorting mechanism, but it should be easy to unjam. I just have to look in all the hoppers and just pull out whatever junk is in there. Hey, Popples. That's what it is. He's duplicating his points. Oh. I came up with a Dabble Worlds idea, guys. That finally fills... There's an ecological niche that has yet to be filled in Dabble Worlds for functionality. In Mario Maker, we have basically like spawning pipes. Pipes that can spit out items or enemies. And it's very useful for getting to retry certain setups. Like let's say you're trying to do a yo-yo tutorial level. It's like in Dabble Worlds as it exists today, once you use up the yo-yo, you got to just respawn from the checkpoint because you failed if you didn't make the jump in one. But in Mario Maker, they got a nice little easy setups that's like, okay, oh, you used up your yo-yo, don't worry, the pipe spits out another one. Easy peasy. So, my idea was, how can I put my own twist on this? And the idea was, let's do a little sci-fi thing. So let's have some kind of machine that maybe it needs a circuit signal, maybe not. But the idea is that if there is an item above it when it activates, like there's any sprite other than the player, maybe some other exceptions like particle effects, but if it activates while there is a sprite somewhere in the square above it, then it creates a copy below it. I don't know if it has that, I don't know. And then tonight, well, not tonight, earlier today, I guess it was this morning, an idea for what to call this replicator came to mind. The answer was so simple. The answer was in front of me all along. It's going to be the Dupster. The strong shape. Yes, good, good. Cool, cool, cool. Sure, sure, sure. Now you know who the annoyed person will be. Exactly. So anyway, that's the idea. That'll probably be a 1.7 thing, because I'm sure there's gonna be a ton of glitches with that. Because I want to make sure that it doesn't duplicate something if the copy is still running around. It's like once the item has been duplicated, it cannot be duplicated again until the copy has been destroyed in some way. Either fell off screen and died or got used up. So that's going to be a challenge. All right, what's the fix here? Like, is this it? Is this it right here? Is just like I have to walk up here and put this in? Because I hate that. A double shell setup with the Dupster. Oh no. Yeah, it sounds about right. I'm gonna use a lot of these just for fun. So hoppers can work on getting items out of these and into them, but hopper minecarts cannot. Hopper minecarts do not help boats. You got a boat. Doesn't matter if there's a hopper minecart above it. Not even directly above it. It's not going in there. So what if we've got our boat? What if we just had some hoppers like over it, you know? Like, it doesn't have to be full hopper speed going in. Chat GP. Oh, yes. There we go. Just write up the Wikipedia article for you right then and there. Like, this would fill it up, and then... no. That won't work. I just realized, because we're going in, 4 in, but 5 out. One of them just won't get any, and I can explain why. It is the same idea as how chests work. If you do kind of this system here, let's say you had a line with 1 hopper coming in, 2 hoppers coming out, this will not split. Like, if you put 4 items in here, yes, you'll get 2 and 2. 2 and 2. However, if you put 4 items in here, you will get 4 and 0. Because the order of operations is a single item goes into the chest, and then it picks which hopper to go into, which, like, only the first one is really going to activate. And then the second one will have nothing to pull because the chest is now empty. And then next game tick, or hopper tick, the second item gets pulled. And again, it picks the first hopper it finds. Second one gets nothing because there's nothing left in the chest. So this would fill this cart fast enough, but it would not work for this. Okay, so that's out. It's literally just 2 shell jumps. You've solved the puzzle. It really is. What is the size of a chest boat? Like, can we get away with, like, getting a very nice lineup here? How big is a chest boat? It's sizable. And I want to center it on a tile like this, on a 3x2. So, like, if I push this all the way into the corner here, would this still be aligned in such a way? I want to make sure I can't accidentally knock it out of position. That is not in position, no. Okay, so I need to line it up like maybe this. Now is it possible to line it, to get it out of position somehow? Like that's lined up now? No, it is not. Oh, yeah, even that, even that. Wow. I guess it is a square hitbox. So I need something thicker on the walls. Let's do wall. He found it. He's the internet. The AI. It can't be stopped. Okay, what about this? Oh, that looks snug. That looks very snug. All right, if I get it all the way in the corner, it should still be on all of them. So let's make sure. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So if I put a stack of whatever in here. Yes, okay. So this is an important piece, surprisingly. See, I don't like, this lines it up with the wall, and I'd rather everything be inside the wall, but I also want to keep a low profile. Chessboat can feed a 3x3. However, we only need it to feed 5. So we're doing a 2x3 here. I could keep this in the wall if I'm willing to go a little bit higher. Like this. Ooh. Get rid of these. There we go. And then this is a nothing. A null. And yeah, because the idea is that it's going to be the wall here. Like this is going to be the edge of our 16 by 16 square, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16? Whoa. Are we out of bounds here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, yeah. Wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we're good. Now we're good. Just to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, okay, that's 16. Okay, so now we're within bounds. So this whole build, including the walls, fits within 16. This hallway does not, but that's fine. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 right here. So that's the edge of the 16 by 16. But I would like to keep nothing in the walls where possible. Like I'd rather this to be 14 by 14. You know, 14 by 14 interior with nothing poking into the 16. None. Well, let's not say none. For me, personally, none. This is purely because I want my base to be chunk aligned. I want every module to fit within one chunk where possible. So they're going to have these nice, neat little bays. So we're actually going to need to have like an elevator system, huh? So one thing is this needs to get replaced with like a minecart hopper so that we can actually keep up with the items pumped in. Because there's a lot of them. There is going to be a lot of them. And that's just 5 stacks. So what do we do about that? We'll figure that one out in a bit. But the reason I want to figure that out is see if I can get an elevator for myself that I can take up and then back down. I mean, really all I need is like a maintenance ladder somewhere. It's gonna be really rewarding to watch this through the window here. Also, I don't want to make more obsidian here. I had such a nice, neat square. But yeah, anything out here is going to get blown up, so maybe I do need a water shield over there. Oh, Popples, come on. You don't have to do that. Come on, man. You're cool. You're cool. You don't have to do that. He's gonna do that. Okay, so we are going to want to put in a water shield, unfortunately, to protect our investment of concrete. I could put it even right here. I'm trying to avoid conflicting with this. Signal down. Like, what if I just replace this with this? Does that still work then? Let's find out. That sent a signal, but it didn't do anything. So we would need another one. I'm going to use up a lot of observers. Yeah, that worked. Okay, cool. And because that worked, that means I don't have to... I don't think I have to keep this separate anymore. Yeah, that's fine to have that like that. 3 controlled jumps. Well, I would appreciate that, I guess. But it's all gonna come down to timing of, you know, shell jump stuff, isn't it? That's what it always is. I was thinking about getting back onto a little mini TF grind for a while. It's been a while. Could be fun. Could be miserable. We'll see. 4, 5, 6, 7. So we want to go, man, like right away. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Oh, I may use a different set of stairs here for the actual build. Okay, so this is multifunctional. Hello? There we go. But this happens. That might not be an issue. Is that an issue? Doesn't look like an issue. Oh, no, it's an issue. Yep, they get stuck. There's no water flow right here at all. Blarg. Which means I might need even more water. Which just kind of looks ugly to me, but whatever. That's what it takes. That's what it takes. Oh, okay, that was a bad idea. What are you even doing? All right, so the idea here is that water has a very, very high blast resistance, so that all these stray explosions won't be blowing a hole in my base by having these nice, neat little water walls in the danger zone. That also means I need one on this side, doesn't it? Or else these are going to get exploded. So we are gonna do the same thing. I'd like to do it a little bit lower here so it doesn't block the view, because I really value this view. Is that visible? Yes, it is. Okay, can I go one lower? Is that visible? Let me up, let me up. Not without jumping. I'm kind of okay with that. You can get the full experience there. This will probably be deep slate stairs for the real deal. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then I have to have the corner obsidian. There we go. Okay, so we have a perfect water flow going. It looks pretty ugly, but it will protect the sides of the farm, the nice, neat little pretty walls that we want. Like at this point, presumably we could get away with having like a glass viewing pane down on the lower floor and be fine. Thank you for the follow. All right, so we'll put the, let's see if we can get the glass lined up. I don't know if we're actually going to keep this part here for the real build when we actually start doing this in the survival world. But honestly, I think this would be pretty cool because this is going to be one of the few areas in our base that that will be multi-level functionality. Like most of them, I've limited them to one floor. Now, I don't know if this will get hit or not. We're going to find out. But I would love to be able to just like, well, I won't be able to sit back and watch it happen because I'm going to be doing the farming. But I love the idea of having this lower level, like a hallway to the maintenance floor. And being able to just see like, ooh, oh, look at that. Looks good, looks good. And, you know, I like the idea of having some little pathways to climb around in to fix things up if something goes terribly wrong and needs a little bit of fixing. Gotta have your Jeffries tubes. I really don't. I wish there were concrete stairs, but it's all right. Okay. Next missing piece. Yeah, you gotta have your maintenance tunnels. Yeah, look at that. Look at it go. Glass is protected. Okay. Oh, you know what's super nice? Due to glitches in how Minecraft handles transparency, you can't even see the water from this side. It's just straight up looking in. I like that. Then you look from this side, and wow, that's a mess. All right, so how are we gonna fill up the chest boat that's up here? Hello? How do I... There it goes. Okay. How are we going to fill this up? There we go. That's about where it's going to be. That's going to be wall. Move the water at the bottom of the screen in Dad Worlds. It made the 9... Yeah. Patching bugs can have dire consequences, as it turns out. I have been giving some thought to what the next big project could be. I've got lots of things I would want to try out. a significant number of projects I would want to do would probably continue on the Dabble IP. You know, be just like a standalone platforming game. I'm not ruling out the Paper Mario Dabble Worlds game. This is very satisfying to watch. The Dabble Dragon. I mean, obviously the Dabble Dragon will someday come into existence. How do I get up there? The age-old question. I mean, there's the RPG mock-up was in the Discord a while back. Let's see. All right, we need to figure out the supply. Like, how are we going to handle this many items here? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, that's too much. It's too much. Get back here. How can we handle all those items? Like, we've got a steady stream of items coming. We can put those in a hopper minecart, but like that will allow us to actually absorb all the items, but not do something with it. Each world could be a chapter. So like that would let us slurp up the right number of items. Because, like, minecart hopper is, boom, done. There's 64, just like that. Easy peasy, very speedy. But storage-wise, kind of sucks. There's only 5 stacks worth of storage there. So that does not work enough for us. Now we could have a hopper underneath it to kind of, like, make more room as we're going, but it's not going to keep up. What happens if you have 2 hopper minecarts? Oh, okay, so you can place 2 hopper minecarts on top of each other. Like, what actually happens here? The lower hopper is the one that is doing the pulling. Hoppers do not push, they pull. I mean, they can push, but that's into chests and stuff. Well, and they can. Okay, hopper minecarts only pull. They do not push items down. So adding more minecart. Oh wait, we're not even. Well, okay, hang on. It's not a lost cause yet. Hold on. Let's put 10 stacks of something. Or I guess just more than 5 stacks. How about that? Okay, what happens here? Oh, wait. We're getting green. Oh. We're going at hopper speed. It's just kind of randomly picking which one, though. But we're still only going at hopper speed. Well. Yeah, okay. Well, dang. Link to the Past. The type of RPG I still want to make is I want to make a 1,000-Year Door style one, which is turn-based combat, but with action elements and a healthy dose of, like, interesting dodging mechanics within the battle. Timed hits, action commands. I love that so much. It's my all-time favorite. All right, so that doesn't work. What else can we do here? I mean, we could just stack, you know, we could go side by side like that. Dodging, bobbing, weaving. Like we could do this to get 4 hopper speed into a single chest. I'm not going to rule it out. That's all I'm saying, is I'm not going to rule it out. It would be a ton of work, a ton of learning. Like, guys, Unity is a challenge. And the whole time I'm doing Unity, it feels less and less like I'm programming and more like I am less and less like programming and more like I'm just like doing a maker game. If that makes any sense at all. "3D dabble platformer." Yeeks. All right, so let's see here. Like this lets us get 4 times hopper speed. What kind of speed are we actually talking here? Like, let's say we leave this running for, I don't know, 5 minutes. I've got a very good way of letting the timer run for that long. Boom. That's a trap chest. We don't want to use that. Use a regular chest. There we go. And go. 5 minutes on the clock. As soon as that despawns, it will stop running. See, that's part of the concern with doing like a big adventure RPG that is like dabble theme, is that suddenly it's like, oh gosh, I have to put everyone in the game somehow. And that feels in some ways it's like, okay, this is just going to be another Super Germ Dove world with just a ton of inside jokes, which is not the worst thing, but it makes it less approachable. But then the even worse possibility is like somebody gets left out who was expecting to be in the game. Oh no, now we have a problem. So, boat. I don't have enough room here for a chest. That's the real issue. Sign up sheet. Yeah, now we're talking. So, like, I do have enough room here to put a double wide chest. So it's like I could have that it runs into a hopper, runs over a hopper minecart that is specifically positioned so that it splits out to 2. Once we figure out how many items there are, we can tell how many hoppers we need to pass over to make this work. We'll see. Bless you, Gracie. You can't already need to go out. It's not even time. You don't know about the time change. Do you need to go out, Gracie? You don't need to go out yet. Open and accessible. Yeah, exactly. It's like in the little mock-up image. Yeah, I had the dang it, Germ Dove. In the little mock-up image, yes, I did have. I had the. Let's see. Can we get that on screen? Can we pull that up, please? Can somebody put that on screen? Thank you. In a little mock-up image, yes, I had GQ there, but that was because GQ is easy to vectorize. The hero's friend who gets pushed off a cliff. Classic turtle. Make sure. Oh, that's another thing we need is we need TNT restocking available. Ooh. I gotta. Dang it. I am gonna need to come up here to stock this, and I'm gonna be able to have to stock the TNT. And I don't want to be like running across this wire. I would much prefer to have hoppers running. So I got rid of the water, and I'm now thinking I might need to bring it back. Just so I can have the dispenser like right about here. Cause, well, no, I could run a hopper all the way this way. It just looks a little bit ugly from the outside, I think. And then the hopper runs up like that. Like, is that super noticeable from the outside? It's not noticeable. Gracie, you need to go out. What? Yes. Guys, I'm gonna start the rolls while I'm down there.
What's up guys, it's Dobbs, I'm back.
Hi, Hudson. Oh, our 5-minute timer is over on this. Yes, I did. Thank you for double checking. All right, so how much concrete can this bad boy spit out in 5 minutes? This much. That's a lot. So let's check our math here. We have 10, 20 and a half stacks over 300 seconds. Um, 300 seconds, 4.36 items per second. Hopper speed is 2.5 items per second, which means on average we only need 2 hoppers to feed our resulting chest here. That's actually really good news. Oh, that's really good news. That's the best news. Ah, just got a ton of concrete. Gross. It's all good, Hudson. I'm mostly doing single player creative to work on this blueprint that I'm working on here. This mock-up, this prototype. See, originally I wanted to have it like this, but I guess I don't have to. Technically, this is the wall of our chunk right here. Like that. If only, Germdove, if only. Can you imagine if that was added to Minecraft? Like being able to just copy paste a build? Oh man. That's what they should have used alloys for. Okay, so all right, get rid of this junk, please. Thank you. All right, so that's the water coming up. We want it to empty, not into a trapped chest. Ah. Or tame a warden. Now we're talking. Okay, so we could have 2 chests here. Coming in from feeding from 2 hoppers. Now, how do we get this to actually go in? Oh, wait, you know what? We don't have to go into 2 hoppers. It's just that it's okay if it goes into 1 hopper. We just need the second one as like a backup. Like in case the first one fills up because of hopper speed issues. It'd be really nice if we could distribute them, though. It'd be very nice if that could happen. Let's experiment. Experiment time. If I have 2 hoppers, can I... Doubt this will work. So I'd prefer if this just... Okay, I mean, fine. Okay, I mean, yes, but could you just not at all? No, you have to do that. You have to do it that way. Is that really what you're going with? I mean, it is working. I hate it. Yeah, I'm hoping I can slurp up the items evenly. Because otherwise what's going to happen is, let's say they go to this one first until it gets full. Then what happens is I'm getting the items in here at 1 times hopper speed, which is fine because even though this gets filled up, they will overflow into this one. But now I have to wait for them to go through, like, I have to wait for these 5 stacks to finish flowing down, whereas this one is, like, pretty much kept up. it's not getting into the chest as fast as I would want that way. That's my main concern there. Sure. It's silly, but it works. All right, well, yeah, unfortunately. Now, what about, how do I get the water to flow over that, though? Because you can't have flowing water do that. Can I do... What's that gonna do? Okay, that's equally interesting. Do items feed into the hopper faster than hopper speed? No. No. Oh. Ooh, actually... Oh, no, that means they're gonna default to going into the second one. Because, like, a full stack will be flowing across... Here, let's do an actual experiment here. A full stack of concrete is going to be flowing across here, like this. The first... Whoa. How... What? Nothing went into this one. Nothing went into this one. Is that how hoppers... I guess if it's a stack... I guess if it's a stack, that is how it works. How about that? Okay, well then that's still the same problem, which is it's now going to slowly work its way down from one when I could have it double up and go down both. As dumb as this is... Hey, Wario. As dumb as this is... That is really dumb. That is really dumb. Alright, well, let's see what happens here. Okay, it did slurp the whole thing up. All right, what if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks? All right, that works. Hey, Jim Bub. Yeah, I'm working on a build for my base in the multiplayer server, and I really want to make sure I get it all figured out because it's going to be an expensive build. Oh, all right, Wario. Have a good night. This is a concrete converter, a TNT powered one, because my base is basically just built out of concrete and it's going to keep getting bigger. So I'm going to need more and more concrete. And I think the TNT is not going to be expensive compared to the time of just making chests and chests and chests full of gray concrete. So that would unfortunately work. What a dumb thing. But yes, this does work. I haven't played since the beacon update. Oh yeah. Is sand renewable? Nope. However, a stack of concrete powder costs 32 sand. And a single concrete to detonate it all costs 4. It's not an insignificant bump up in cost, but it's not a ton. Like, we're getting almost a stack of concrete from a single TNT detonation with this setup. So I think I'm okay with the extra sand cost. Opposed to using cobblestone, there is very little mechanical difference, if any. Primarily, it's just a difference in the texture. There's one thing I've noticed in Minecraft, even dating back to alpha days, which is that materials that take longer to create tend to, I'm not going to say always, but tend to make builds look more impressive just when you take into, like, when it's survival. The idea is, like, I can build my house out of dirt. Yes. I can build my house out of cobblestone. Yes. But everyone has 50 chests full of those. Now, if I'm building my house out of, like, a combination of polished deep slate, chiseled black stone, and some accents of jungle leaves and honey blocks, you know, assuming that somehow that palette looks good. More durability? Not really. I think concrete and cobblestone might be tied. Let's see here. Let's see here. What do we got? What's the blast resistance on these bad boys here? Let's see. So concrete, blast resistance. Oh, cobblestone is actually more blast resistant. And not as hard as concrete. Concrete has a lot more steps in its process. Crafting. Cobblecrete. That's top tier material right there. Cobblecrete's that's the meta. That's the meta. Endstone does take a while to mine. It's kind of annoying, isn't it? All right, so let's get rid of this temporarily. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare to set up. Looking at... Yeah, because I'm going to have to do this, this, then break them. Oh, that's actually an impossible build now that I look at it. Because that has to be water. Not good, not good. Propagule. Okay, so that setup does not work. However, that said, can I just... Is that good enough? That looks like it might be good enough. Actually, if I do one of these... Like, that might be okay there. Like, what about that? It's not pretty, but it's lined up. Not what I wanted. No. Why won't you go? What? No. Thank you. All right, so like that. And then what's the rest of this setup here? Ooh, right. Now I need to actually get the items to drop onto this. You know what? I could do like so. This is really janky looking. Ooh, yeah. That can be a lot of fun to do. I think this works. As really absolutely goofy as that looks, this might actually work. We're gonna try it. Okay, summon the TNT. Okay, that gets slurped on up. Whoa! Okay, that's not really how I needed that to work. There we go. Okay, that's coming in pretty fast. That's keeping up. I believe that is keeping up now. This is gonna be such a dumb setup. Actually, I'll probably just put more these here. I may not even slurp. May just do like, yeah, that's probably a little bit nicer overall. Yeah, it's coming in 2 at a time. That's double the speed it was before. I'm okay with that, I think. Like, I don't think anything's getting lost here. I'm watching this, if I'm seeing this correctly. Yeah, it's getting stopped by the iron bars, so it's landing in the midpoint. Gabagoo. All right. Yeah, that works. Then I think that takes care of the collection system.
Slurp the gabagool.
Yeah, it turns out I don't have a command for that. You actually have to do a TTS. Bop. 11 minutes left on the rolls. Pretty excited. Okay, this is okay. I still have issues with parts of this. It's creative mode. That is not going to trip me up as much as you might hope it would. Yeah, I do want to cover that up, I'm pretty sure. I don't like that this I have to step up a layer for. So I'll probably just do some deep slate tiles as a transition, because there's no concrete slabs, so you have to settle for stuff here. Ooh. What if? I mean, that certainly is an accent color. I might do that. I've got plenty of copper. Don't have wax. I still need a honey farm, like an automated honey farm. I had one in the last multiplayer server run we did. It turned out pretty good. Okay, then we want to kind of hide the edges a little bit. Okay, this is just gonna be walls. That's fine. These wires are actually gonna be visible through the window, and I'm okay with that. I kind of, well, am I okay with that? I think I am. A rampaging wyvern. Or a wyvern, we're not really sure. Yeah, I think this is fine. Yeah, I think we want to do that. Okay, then you stand here, you place the concrete powder. What would you do for a follow? I've got plenty, but thank you. You're welcome to hang out and enjoy the show if you like video games. Or if you hate video games, that'd be interesting. Like, what are you doing here? We don't know wyvern. You see. All right, you know what? I think this is just about there. We just need a maintenance shaft. I hate that we have to do... Do you like Arcs? Hey, do you like DuckTales? Okay, here's a question I've got for boats, Minecraft, boat chests. If the boat chest is like this, is it still possible to get in it? Yes. Okay, noted. I was trying to figure out, is there some way I can not, not be on it? Yeah, we get Crushmund. All right. Anywhere we can squeeze in a elevator shaft for supplying the infernal machine. Almost died in the smoke. Oh no. Yeah, you want to avoid that if you can. I don't like the combination of light gray and gray like that. No, that's gotta be gray. I don't know. The colors are debatable. Okay, so this is gonna drop additional for us, but how do we get up there? Ladder feels boring, but practical. Because we just need to be able to get up here, lay it on, and then head back down. Actually, you know what? It would be a dumb... It's not the dumbest thing we've ever done. But I think this would work. Whoops. Whoops. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, you know what? You know what? This is fine. This is why you use wool for complicated builds, is because you can very easily see, like, oops, that got washed, that got washed. Okay, good, we're done. That's a little pro tip for when you're doing big circuit stuff like this, especially if water is involved, is use different wool colors for your different wires. One, it makes it much easier to track what's doing what. And two, if something does get washed away, you can very easily replace it. It's a little Dobbs pro tip for you. Dobbs pro tip. All right. So now we have a way up. It's ugly. You know what? Let's replace that with a signpost, I think. There we go. So that we can line up against the side a little easier. That's weirdly precise. I don't know why. Might do one here too. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so we have a way up to replenish. Well, we can add like decorative walls up here later. Ah, TNT resupply as well. Ooh. Okay, I doubt it, but what if I'm crouching already? Like, I have to shift to get in here, but now I'm not holding shift. Okay, that's about what I expected. Understandable. I was thinking, like, what if I force myself to crouch to get close enough? Then wouldn't that, you know, make me more inclined to be holding shift to do that? Hopper. Hopper. Hopper, 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 hopper. There's our TNT line. And you know what? We'll even put a chest on that. TNT chest. So we could run just like... Actually, you know what? I like that. Kind of keeps things a little bit smoother here. All right, we've got maintenance passage if we at all need it. This can be concrete. This can be concrete. There we go. Now, so technically, our floors in the base are 10 blocks apart, okay? Which means, is this right? So here's where I'm standing. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so actually this is one higher than it should be. This right here, that's the floor level. So we're gonna clear that up. All right, we're just fine tuning at this point. Oh, because I'm stuck on the grass. I don't know what we'll do down here. At some point, we'll clean that up a little bit. Yeah. Place that with glass so we can get that nice full effect. All right, so that's officially 10 floors down, and then 10 floors up. Right here. Good, good. Okay, so that means we are well out of the way of the next story up. So we can have actually a pretty reasonable amount of room to. Oh yeah, that's actually perfect. Yeah. All right. Cool. This is going to be a massive amount of resources that we're going through to make this happen. But we need concrete to get concrete, you know? All right, I need to be careful about this. This is going to happen plenty of times, I'm sure. And then we can sneak out this way if we need to. For the millions of times that's going to happen. Boom. We do want to make sure we're lighting this place up as well. Let's do a quick time set midnight. Yeah, look at this. That's, you don't want that. Actually, you know what would be better? Frog lights. It's roll time, everybody. I'm happy to report. I don't know if they can spawn over here. I don't know what the limits of monster spawning are, like what blocks they can and cannot spawn on are. Wait, this is not the first time this has happened. I'm a little bit worried that something is blowing this up. Ugh. All right. I'll be right back, hopefully with bread. So we'll leave the infernal machine running. I have excellent news. There are rolls. They're very hot, very deadly. We're gonna give those a moment to cool down. I just noticed that while I was downstairs, I received a text message from Hovercat, who actually wanted me to bring something up with me. So I'm gonna do that. Music disc, not as a data disc. You should be prompted to just burn a music disc. Ah. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, look at, see. Imagine if we just had that much concrete so easily. This is gonna take so many materials. Frog lights. We probably need some down below. I don't think they can spawn in here, but you never know, you know? You know. Well, that needs to be water here. Or, we're close. We're close now. Which is good. Interesting. Why is this going this way? That's not where it should go. Ah, this one is landing on the... Okay, so if I put water here, does that fix it? Not fully. Put water here. Nope. Bit of an issue. How does this not have the same problem? Ah, because it's lined up properly, and over here the water would be coming and landing here. I mean, what are the chances that the concrete's gonna go all the way over there? This should be fine. Similar issue here, though. We'll just live with the consequences of our actions. How about that? All right, and a little bit over here. Okay, I think this lights up all the major hotspots where enemies could spawn inside the works. There we go. And then this hallway will actually be lit by the ceiling, and we'll probably want to light in here as well somewhere. Where? Where? Put it right here. And then put our pressure plate. We're gonna go with a stone pressure plate. I put wood in there initially, so for testing. But I don't want like a random bit of concrete powder to land there and keep the thing running while I'm gone. That would be awful because if I'm not there to actually place the concrete, then the system will just be wasting TNT in my absence. All right, there we go. This is it. This is the build. Now, I have a mod that I've installed recently that's going to make this hopefully easier to prep for the build process. We're gonna find out because I don't actually know how to use it. It is Lightmatica. So area selection, area editor. Okay, new selection. 1. Okay, configure. Configure subregion 1. Corner 1 there. Okay. And then I go down here. Is this gonna work? Configure. Okay. All right. Is that it? Do we have it? Analyze area. Oh, there it is. Okay, I think this is it. So, this creates our shopping list. I want a quest. You know what? I can check the logs of the bot. Okay, so it rolls a random number between 0 and 1. You have to get under the target number. So if it's like a 40% chance of success, like this last one, you have to roll any number below 0.4. So that time you rolled a 0.143. So that was a success. Before that, you rolled a 0.65, way too high. 0.54, a little too high. 0.98, way too high. 0.49, no good there. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's your first win. All right, so here it is. This is our materials list. It tells us exactly how much of every item we're gonna need to make this thing work. Sandstone. We can probably ignore the sandstone, right? Like that's got to be coming from, yeah, that's coming from right here, isn't it? Is it? Here. No sandstone here. Oh, I bet it's, yeah, it's these three right here, isn't it? Okay, clear out any sandstone, andesite, and smooth stone we see in that. Configure, analyze. Well, maybe not. I don't know where the sandstone it's seeing is. That's fine. I do know where the glass is. Stone pressure plate, white concrete. One white concrete somewhere. Interesting. Target block. I'm finding target blocks are actually surprisingly useful outside of their intended purpose. Yeah, okay, there is andesite. Ignore the andesite and ignore the sandstone after all. Stairs, yes. Lots of wool, lots of trapdoors, lots of redstone, lots of glass panes. We can actually ignore the cyan concrete because that is the concrete that's already in the system. And if there's any, yeah, concrete powder, we can ignore that. Well, there we go. I think this is our full material list. Hold shift to write to a CSV. Oh, okay, let's just, all right, cool. So where did that go? All right, it saved me a file. Mr. Sandman, man me a sand. Write me a file. Let's see, that's gonna be under users, me, app data, roaming, Minecraft, mods, or maybe schematics. No. You know what? I should have looked to see where that saves. Hey, where does that save? Can you tell me? No? Okay. Well, you know what? We'll find it later. The important thing is, All right, is it gonna re-grab all this stuff that we already ignored? I have a feeling it is. It is. Okay, whatever. The important thing is now we know the. I'm gonna save these details to a quick snip and sketch. All right, all right. So this, and of course, there's going to be extra walls and stuff that are going to need to be filled in later. So we're going to save this as a schematic as well. How do we do that? No, not that. I want to save schematic. No, we're gonna call it 1. It's going to include entities. All right, so I think that worked. And so what we can do with that now, hopefully, we're gonna find out exactly how this works. Is that if we go in and we can load? No. That did not work. Dang it. I want to save the schematic as 1. Okay, we gotta wait until it finishes, I guess. Doesn't feel like it should take that long. I don't think it did it. I don't feel like that worked. Well, the idea... Oh, wait. Oh! What? Remaining chunks 1. What does that even mean? What does that mean? Is that... Okay. The idea with this mod... Good try. Is that we can place a ghost version into the world. Dragon Quest Builders. Dragon Quest meets Minecraft. That is an interesting one. Okay, so it's just saving now, but it's not done. So it's currently saving? Remaining chunks. Okay, so how does this work? Give me a breakdown here on how do I actually save this? Ba-da-ba-ba. See, Al, that is what Minecraft needs. Needs worker drones. Exactly. Okay, area selection mode. This says I should use normal mode, maybe? Let's see. What is it saying? Oh, you can use simple for only one. Okay. Corner mode, corner. Yep, got that. Oh, okay. Expand mode. Interesting. We're not gonna get into that. It just says it's stuck doing this. In the area editor GUI. The area editor GUI, and I should be able to just save it. Well, for this one is set correctly. 16 by 16 by 27. So this one should have worked. I was just kind of playing around with what the other options were for that other one. Ugh, my roll. It's a close one. Almost too close. I mean, I guess I don't need the hologram thing, but it would be nice to be able to show that off. Like, I thought that was really cool and wanted to show you guys, but... maybe another time? I don't know. What about an in-memory only schematic? Did that work? Nope. That's just doing the exact same thing. Huh. Wait a second. Where am I? -12, 642. Yeah, tonight we have Welch's Sparkling Non-Alcoholic Cider. 100% apple juice from concentrate with added ingredients. Which is to say, not 100% apple juice, apparently. Hovercat made some battered chicken tonight. Which that's what she uses for the recipe. And it only takes like about half the bottle, maybe a little bit less. So I just downed the rest myself. 12:19, yeah. -12:04, 12:19. That is in memory. That is the right spot. I was thinking like maybe it was like somehow some unloaded chunk somewhere. What if I just unload the chunk and reload the chunk? Would that work? Goodbye. That did not work. Like, I would hate to have to, like, keep going back and forth, but, I mean, if that's what I need to do to get this build going, that's what I need to do. It's not out of the question or anything. I think the main thing we've picked up from this is kind of the height. I need to go 10 blocks up and a little bit more than 10 blocks down. But you know what? Let's go over to the multiplayer server just briefly. I won't be able to use the thingamabob, the hologram, but I can at least show what I got ready for this. You will notice I am wielding a trident. That's for hunting down squid. Not for killing the squid, because you cannot do... you can't get fortune or looting on a trident. You may not have known that, but there you go. All right, so a little bit of updates over here on the base. So this is our current height on the main chamber. Looking pretty good. Still not high enough. It needs to go probably beyond that crystal there. Hence us needing a bajillion more concrete. So last time we had the great villager migration, which is complete. We have our villagers here now. So this is their bay. This is the villager breeding farm. The carrots should, on average, grow fast enough to maintain maximum speed breeding as needed. What we got here is they've got some beds over here. And villagers over here. No, they love it. It's fine. And there's a little bit of redstone underneath where I can close this door, blocking their access to the beds, and that will stop them from wanting to breed. So my idea is I'll put a tripwire underneath this gap, so when the baby villager goes this way, it triggers this hopper, or this dropper, to push an item this way. And once this counter reaches 0, the door closes. And I can send a redstone signal in X number of times to request, like, oh, I've got a new project coming up. I need 4 more villagers. Push, 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 push. Done. And that sends 4 signals to the dropper, and that will keep the door open until exactly 4 entities drop through this chute. You like that? I think that's pretty cool. So where did they go? Well, we gotta go around this way. Hallway is a work in progress. I'm running low on concrete, if you can believe it. They go into here. So baby villager goes here. He does not get to return into the water stream. Once he grows up, he gets into this water stream up here and swims up onto this main surface up top. And what's going to happen up there? Well, eventually, minecart and dispenser will pick up, hopefully, exactly 1 villager and send them on their merry way to their trading post, where they will have their own little cubicle just for them. I was ready for it. So for the concrete build, That is, I think it's over here. Yeah, this is the area I've got cleared out for the concrete build. Just going 10 up. That is going to put me on the surface, isn't it? Let's see if we can do grid lines here. So diagonal one from here. Move one in and then diagonally. So put me on this floor, one in and then diagonally. Yeah, that's gonna put me right over here. Like those upper. Okay, we did at least decide that like we can roof it in at this point, but I may need to do a little bit of terrain management to cover that up if I want to keep that underground, which I may not. Like, it would be weird, right? Like this needs to go outward, so this is probably going to be more base over here at some point. So I'll need to clear this land out. And then I'm going to need to clear downward 10 blocks for the actual drop chamber. So this is going to be like we come in, and then over here is kind of where the entrance is going to be, like right over around here is where we decided, and here's where I'm going to be placing the concrete. Bop, 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 bop. Boy, I mean, doesn't stop you guys from trying, huh? And then I don't have this area cleared out yet down below, so that's going to be pretty deep. I'm going to fill up a lot more shulkers. Luckily, we've got plenty of shells on hand. Yeah, I think the main thing is going to be we're going to need a lot of materials to get this going. But these walls can be coated in concrete. I'm going to need a lot of obsidian. How much obsidian did my thing say? 129. That's not actually too many. Just over 2 stacks. That's very doable. But a lot of concrete, like 15 stacks of gray concrete, 3 stacks of light gray concrete. It's gonna be a good chunk of materials that we're gonna chew through. And hilariously, all of this is to get more concrete without having to mine it over and over again. The irony. I'm gonna have to mine like basically a shulker full before I can actually take advantage of all that. Irony, because you see. So, why have a trident if it doesn't have looting? Like, the idea is I have to fight with a looting sword to get the double drop rate on ink. So why do I even want to carry a trident with me into these fights? Actually, the trident is pretty nice if you don't care about looting, because it does one-shot squid. Just, you know, in case you were wondering about that. But no, the reason is, hey, look. Boom. Okay, that but better. Riptide lets me get around in the water much quicker. Well, if I didn't overshoot every time. So that's a fun way to get your ink sacks a little faster. Honestly, I just need to finish up that farm. Then I don't have to worry about this at all. Hi. It's like rocket jumping. Oh, jeez. Jump scare. Gotta have a bajillion ink for all that gray concrete. 928 gray concrete. I think that means I need... Actually, that's not too bad. That's just 100 gray... Well, not 100. A little bit over 100 gray dye, which means only about a stack of ink. Now, that was a fraction of the actual wall size. Like, I I left some major holes just for showing the inner workings of things. But yeah, that is going to be the project. It is going to take some doing. I guess the first step is going to be I need to figure out how in the world to get those schematics to work. Yoink. I'm glad at least that Riptide works in the offhand, because looting does not. Looting has to be, your looting weapon has to be in the main hand, or else it just doesn't apply. No, they do not. You just have to let them naturally spawn and then go hunt them down and kill them. Which is particularly rough on multiplayer servers, because the cap for number of squids is for the entire server. There can only be 20 squids in existence on the server at a time. If there's already 20, then they just don't spawn. Yeah, I mean, seriously, why not let me make more squid somehow? Frogs have this, you know, incredibly deep mating pattern that you need to set up with slime balls and water availability. And then squids are just floating around doing nothing, just appearing. At least this little bit of river works pretty nicely for hunting them down. Get out of here. Soggy zombies. Hurdle, did you start your new job yet? Or is that's later? You're still doing the scheduling stuff for the old job right now, I think. Oh. Market gardener kill. Riptide is incredibly satisfying. That's what it is, okay. Would highly recommend Riptide if anybody can get a hold of a trident. Oh, speaking of tridents. Ow. Oh geez. Oh geez. Is that another one? No. Okay. Ooh. There's a lot of zombies about right now. But also a lot of precious, precious ink sacs. So in thinking of the idea of the alleged paper dabble, if that ever did become a reality, here's the issue with that. Here's why that is such a problem of a game to make. The first problem is like building a full system for rigging these like paper doll animations. That's not out of the question, but that's a whole new thing to learn in a whole new system. Nintendo will destroy you. I mean, Bug Fables is allowed to exist, and it is pretty much Paper Mario. They came up with some good ideas to mix it up as well. Is that a squid? No, that's a spider. Pardon me. My mistake. The next thing is like what makes that game so good is everybody has snappy little dialogue. And there's a million characters floating around. And so that's just a lot of content right there. Not even like art, like media art content. That's just text. But it's a huge amount of it. Again, not out of the question. Not out of the question or anything. But on that subject, art, animation, a million enemy attacks. The battle system feels like the one I'm most interested in, and it's pretty well solved as a problem. It's like, okay, yeah, turn order, resolution order of different effects. It's like, that's actually not too bad. But like doing a full 3D game, suddenly it's like, okay, I have to model and texture 3D environments and like a million of them. Attack minus defense. Honestly, that's kind of one of my favorite things about the Paper Mario series is how simple damage calculation is. It literally is attack minus damage. I love that. Wait, is this... Okay. Wait, okay, yeah, we're in the right spot. Wait, what? Wait, what? Where am I? This is the trading post. What is going on over here? Well, hello. Hello, gentlemen. Yeah, and the numbers are kept low. I feel like that's new, right? I guess I should take a look and see what's going on here while we're in the area. He's still got that diamond helmet. Fletchers only. Alright, so it's still producing iron. But the worry is that something is amiss with the sorting. Huh. That looks right. So flowers are going into oh, wait. Wait. Huh. Okay, that is a little bit weird, right? Why are there iron here? So the idea, this is a single sorting system, which is just supposed to be... That should be all it takes, right? Why is this not... Oh, because it's this one that's supposed to have the poppies in it. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait. Wait, this block... What is... Okay. There's a redstone torch here, but that's not where that's supposed to be. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. So now, whenever this hopper through the comparator spits out a signal strength of 2, there we go. Then this hopper will turn on and stop. No? What did happen here? Comparator is supposed to store. Oh, wait. It's supposed to be 41 of item in question. Is it 41? I think it's 41. And then junk items. Dang it. Oh, wait. No, this is not the right spot for that, is it? Is it? All right, hold on. Hopper sorter. Show me the graph. Here we go. Double speed item sorter. Well, I don't really need the. Nah, good try. Imagine if all this was just to just for that gag. Okay, yeah. 1, 2. Oh, here we go. This hopper is facing the wrong way. It's supposed to be facing away from, there we go, like that. I think that's it. Should be getting down to about 41 and then stop. No? $21? $18. Short! Doing well, how are you? How was the Jump King? I saw some falls. And I'm glad it wasn't me. Alright, I think that's it. Alright, so that was the problem, is someone broke this hopper and this redstone torch. Or this hopper up here and this redstone torch, and just put it back facing the wrong way. Yeah, I saw. You know what? Not the game for me, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to deal with this extra flower problem that we've got going on. Got a lot of flowers. Don't need them. There we go. Problem solved. We'll just let those sit there for 5 minutes, and then they're not our problem anymore. You know what? I am genuinely considering doing another Mario Maker stream at some point. It kind of got me thinking about it, you know? Like, gosh, it was kind of fun, wasn't it? All right, where are the squids? Give me that ink. Versus with viewers. Now that's an idea. I know I need to get back into Team Fantastic and do a little bit of level grinding for that team. Versus with viewers is also pretty fun because it's just like there is no playing well in versus. It's you get lucky or you don't, and that's kind of okay. Get out of there. Get out of there, you. All right. We're sitting at about 3.5 stacks of ink. That should last us for a good while. That was toxic. I do love throwing people into pits. What can I say? All right. Then we'll log off before this thunderstorm hits. How about that? Or regular storm. Tough to say. This base is gonna look good. The big thing is gonna be we have to do a lot of land clearing. Ow. A lot of land clearing for these hallways, and I just need a ton of concrete. I'm gonna spend more time building the concrete processing plant than I will from just saving time by, I could just make it by hand, but gosh, wouldn't it be nice if we had something to do with all these extra materials we have, If we've got 1 million iron and redstone, why not put it to good use? If you have 10 stacks of obsidian, put it to use. Honestly, we didn't get a lot done on the server, but I feel like the blueprinting of like setting this build up in advance is gonna save a lot of time than having to. I have a concrete plan. Turtle. Thank you. You're absolutely right. I'm gonna accidentally get in this boat way too many times though. I know that at least. Hopefully I can figure out what's going on with the whatchamacallit. Spencer failed. Oh, I see, because of this. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, you do that. How about you just do that? What's going on? Hang on, is there a piston gom? There is. What is, like, there's no way the explosion is hitting these. Right? Right? There's some shenanigans going on. Like, there's something happening. It's always just these pistons, though. Why? Oh, you know what it is? You know what it is, guys? I bet it's this replacement thing is firing at the same tick sometimes, and it's like overriding the piston, and so sometimes one of those just gets deleted by the command block. Don't ask me why. It only happens to one at a time, because I don't know, but it's not the explosion. It cannot be the explosion. All right, I do in fact need to end stream now. Who are we going to go see? Oh, Germduff! Germduff. He's on. Perfect. It has been a long time since I've been able to raid Germduff. I love this. Guys, tomorrow, I don't know. I feel like the rest of this is going to be like shopping list, like gathering all the concrete I need for this build, and then like following this blueprint that I've created. And I don't think that's going to be super interesting to watch, so I may do that construction off stream. Maybe Mario Maker. Strawberry Jam, I don't know, maybe. We're getting into the like, all right, it's going to take 20 minutes to do one lobby, which I don't know. It hurts my hands a lot more than Mario Maker does. Maybe I'll get back into that for a bit. Do a little bit of Team Fantastic. Do a little bit of Versus maybe. And maybe do a viewer level or two for a price. 5,000 points. I don't know. All right, guys, thank you for hanging out. I had a lot of fun setting this up. Debugging blocks. Why not? I will see you guys next time. And also stay tuned. Dabble Worlds 1.6 coming soon. Okay, bye everybody. That's the end.